A TV transmission tower has a height of 140 meters and the height of the receiving antenna is 40 meters. What is the maximum distance up to which signals can be broadcasted from this tower in line of sight mode? So in line of sight communication, let us say if this is the surface of Earth. So this is the transmitting antenna, and let's say this is the point-to-point communication receiving antenna drawn over here. So let's say this is the receiving antenna and this happens to be the transmitting antenna. Now we have a formula in communication systems that relates the distance d of transmission with the height of the transmitting and the receiving antenna. The distance d in LOS line of sight communication is going to be equal to root over 2 height of transmitting antenna into r happens to be the radius of Earth, plus root of 2 height of receiving antenna into the radius of Earth. This particular formula in communication systems should be known to the student. Alright, so this is going to be root over 2 into height of the transmitting antenna is given to be 140 meters. So root over 2 into 140 meters into r. So the radius of Earth, it's a known fact that it is 6400 kilometers. That is 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meters. So this is 6.4 into 10 raised to 6. Okay. Plus root over, we can write down this to be 2 into height of the receiving antenna, which is given to be 40 meters, into again the radius of Earth, which is 6.4 into 10 raised to 6. Now in order to perform this calculation, what we can do is we can simply multiply this 10 into 6.4, we'll get 64, and the square root of 64 happens to be 8. So we'll be left with root 28 over here. So this is going to be 8. The root of 10 raised to 6 is 10 raised to 3. So 8 into 10 raised to 3 is simply taken outside. Similarly, if we perform the same operation over here, then here we'll be left with root of 28, which is root of 7 into 4, plus a root of 2 into 4. So root 4 again can be taken outside, and we'll get root 4 is 2, 2 into 8 is 16. So this is 16 into 10 raised to 3 into bracket root over 7 plus root over 2. Now there is one approximation technique wherein we can find out the root of 7. This approximation technique simply uses the fact of the definition of derivatives. So according to the definition of derivatives, f dash of x is equal to f of x minus f of x minus h upon h. Alright, so this is in the limit, of course, h tending to 0, but unbeknownst of that, we are going to use this particular expression for approximating the value of root 7, because usually the value of root 2, which is 1.414, that is usually known, but the value of root 7 is usually not known. So we want to find out the value of root 7. So let me take the closest possible number of which we know the root. So let's say that number is 9. So here I can write down derivative of f dash of x. So derivative of root x. Alright, derivative of root x is going to be equal to approximately, so this is derivative based approximation. So this is approximately going to be equal to root 9 minus, I am taking the value of h to be 2. So this is 9 minus 2, that is root 7, which we have to find out, upon 2. So derivative of root x happens to be equal to 1 upon 2 root x. Alright, and let's say the point at which we are differentiating, this particular point x0 happens to be the point root of 9 basically. So here I get this is 1 upon 6, because 1 upon 2 into 3 is 1 upon 6, is approximately going to be equal to root of 9, which I can now write down as 3 minus root 7 whole divided by 2. So essentially I get root 7 to be approximately equal to 3 minus 1 by 3. So that is approximately equal to 2.66, and root 2 is 1.4. So adding the 2 we get 4.1 as the answer. So this is going to be equal to 16 into 4.1 into 10 raised to 3. So the closest possible matching answer is 16 fours are 64, and then slightly more than that, that is going to be 65 kilometers. This is the closest possible matching answer. So it is important to be able to understand such approximations and carry out such approximations with ease and elegance and lucidity of mathematical thought in order to match the closest possible answer. Alright.